Ooh, my beer.
He thought Kate can be manipulated into forgetting what he did and how he reacted, forgetting him reaching out to her mother and trying to get a hold of her grandmother.
Imagine thinking you're so charming
Right.
that you could just negate every bit of shit you did to somebody and they'll just love you again because you're so amazingly charming.
Which is almost as insulting as what he said to her mother and trying to reach out to her grandmother. The fact that you can just stroll back in here and think you can fucking get me to be cool with you?
Yeah.
What?
I thought contacting people's mothers is like abusive.
All right, let's get to it. This is the best of the best. This was so he started we started the package with him during the day, very somber, telling her what happened in school, how he cost himself his own job.
I love that he admits that.
Yeah, because he was so mad at the agency, he quit while on the phone with them, and they accepted his resignation immediately. So then he, now this is nighttime. He's gone to his office. He's had a few pints. And let's start with track one. What is track one from? This is what happened at school, but he's shit-faced now, so we'll get to hear this version. Okay.
BBC recordings, track one.
Let's go.
So anyway, so there I am, Kate. And I don't think Kate, would you ever think anybody would be in which they give you the secret passcode to get in there? I would never think. I mean, like, why would I think some idiot is going to go in there?
How did he even know?
Well, I don't know. And how would he even have access to it, which is my question. So then you'll love this. So then I'm there, and I'm, and then I'm like, I give the kids the handouts. And then I go, nobody can get up. Everyone's got to stay seated. And I tell them I got to deal with this thing with the court. So just everyone sit down.
Can you pause it 1 second? So he's walking her through what's going on. He's in class. He's waiting for his turn in Zoom court, and he's told the kids numerous times, you cannot get up. You cannot get out of your seats. And kids are getting out of their seats. And again, this is all Cardiff's fault. Let's not forget that part.
He also says that with the attitude of like, we're going to do something new today. Right. Nobody can get up. You got to stay in your seats this time. I got to go to court.
Yeah, when he had the word searches, 2 of the kids were like, he's never handed us anything before. Like, what is this? This is odd.
Yeah, it's probably it's probably a little scary for the young kids of our teachers going to court. What?
Well, not only that, your teacher going, don't get up from your seat no matter what. That's a little,
They must have been surprised to be deviating from his strict curriculum with this word search. Because he writes his own test,
Yeah.
At first, I'm like, well, it's court. I mean, what other place is safer than court? I mean, who would bring a law in the courtroom? So, they would come up and ask me, I can't find this, Miss Mullins. No, well, there's Joe. There's Pickle. How about trumpet right there? But I had my mic off. It was mute. And I had my camera on because I didn't think. But then, Kate, I see that fucking idiot potato. And he's with this filter, with a Santa hat and a Santa scarf.
And I see the potato.
Wow.
So then I don't know. So then I just blocked my camera, and then I'm like, oh, fuck. So then, to make a long story short, when the kids left, it was first period. They were second graders. They left, and then I had 20 minutes. And that's when I, put my camera on, and I didn't have to say much. The judge goes, okay, Ms. Melendez, I see that you already got your new tag, so $10, case dismissed. I said, thank you, Your Honor. But the problem is now, you can't. And then he tries to be funny at the end. He goes, well, what about his drunk driving? And the judge, and then just and then like blocks to whoever that idiot. But can you imagine that? Like, I mean, don't they have lines?
Yeah, we can. It's called the Stuttering John. It's what you did in courtrooms and press conferences and premieres for a decade. Does he not know that the Johnny Depp Amber Heard court case is open to the public? I thought he was a congressman. You're allowed to view court proceedings because we live in America. And he's like, this fucking democracy. We let potatoes and fruits and vegetables. It's anarchy.
Well, John does no research in anything in life. So research to him equals he must be a master hacker potato who got this secret passcode that nobody can get and hacked and found the court, triangulated my position with satellites. Like, what are you fucking talking about? All you got to do is Google the city, the town you're in, and it's not difficult. It's
They
not.
allowed potatoes in court, and I said nothing.
What do you got, Frog? Hello?
Is someone peeing?
No, I'm right here. Track 2 is it's like he's talking to himself.
Ooh.
Look, okay. The one difference between me and them is I don't think about that. Like, as soon as I go to, like, I'd rather talk to you for 2 hours, and have some fun, fucking conversation and fucking talk about, like, but these guys are just all obsessed with me. That was the kid. I know I'm the most handsome man in Dallas. I know I'm the most charismatic and entertaining, but it's amazing how much they jelly me,
What a 25-year-old laughs at you, rightfully so, for using the word jelly.
Did I say that right? Did I use jelly in the right? Skibbity riz, skibbity riz.
All right, this is track 3. We want you, Mr. Melendez.
Oh, this is great.
And now I'm working on my one-man show, which you're gonna love. It just started on, and it's like going from the template of my book, and and new jokes are coming. Okay, by the time I'm done with this, I'm guessing I'll have 2 hours of just, like really, well-crafted jokes and a storyline from my childhood and everything else.
Oh.
And I'm sure I'll get booked and I'll make way more than 140 a day. But, so I'm working on that now. But, I don't need the job. But the only people the potato is going to hurt is the kids. Because they love me, Kate. They try and hug me every fucking day. And I'm not allowed to hug kids. So when they just like
Since the incident.
Wait, you got fun. You got fun since the incident.
That's another court case that is pending.
How was I supposed to know you're not supposed to hug them hard?
I don't know if that's exclusively to my kids or other people's kids.
So bring it back a few seconds because you got to hear how he combats the fact that he can't hug the kids. This is good.
Because they love me, Kate. They try and hug me every fucking day. And I'm not allowed to hug kids. So when they try and hug me, I just put my arms up. And I say,
Chase him away with his underarm stent.
They're
I
gonna-
know. It's like the kids are standing under a waterfall. I just pictured the teacher standing there. It's like a Temple of Doom, they're all hugging Indiana Jones. And he's just standing there with the stones in his
That's
hand.
how he imagines himself.
Yeah. What do you got, Frog?
my arms up. And I say, but
No, they're
Kate,
gonna miss you. They're gonna miss you.
Oh, yeah. And I told them today, I go, look, it's the last time you see me. No, we want you, Mr. Melendez.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel
But
bad
that's
for
what
the
I'm saying, like-
kids.
But Kate, what does the potato get out of this? Like, I mean, seriously, what do these people get out of it? Like, all right, so now they're all, I don't know if you know this, but they're all on all the sites. And they're, call Lee County, get John fired. like, Kate, what? I don't think I need to run forward.
What?
Morse code all of a sudden.
He knows the tactic to use her name a lot. It's more
Right.
intimate.
Right.
Kate, let me tell you, Kate.
Kate, you're my only hope. Go ahead, Froggy.
All right, this is track 4. Kate's not good enough.
Oh, here comes some mind fuck.
So let me ask you
Ready?
now. So let me ask you now. Now, were you serious about Greg said he can get you like what power does Greg have that's
Can you
serious?
pause it one
I don't
second?
know,
Let me set
probably
this up a little bit and bring it back. So they got Kate reached out to me when she was talking to him and was legitimately like worried and like nervous because he was so mad at her, and I didn't know what the issue was until she sent me the tape. And so apparently Greg Fitzsimmons, her godfather, said to her, hey, I can talk to some people at Sirius. Greg's had a show on Sirius for a long time. He knows a lot of people there. He was on Howard's channel. He says, maybe I can get you an associate producer job. You know, he said, Jim and Sam, their show's looking for somebody. Maybe that might, whatever. He's throwing out options for her. Well, this apparently infuriated John. And he went off on her and was like, well, you'll hear it in this clip, but he's basically saying, like, you're a fucking idiot if you think you're going to make this much money doing this job. Like, there's no way. And really, to quote John, very jelly of just the thought of her working at Sirius in radio, you know, with a credit. Yeah. So that's the setup for this. Go ahead, Frog.
So let me ask you now. Now, are you serious about Greg said he can get you like what power does Greg have that's serious?
I don't know, probably not much power, but he said he'll help me after
Well,
the
that's the
new
other
year.
thing that was another red flag for me. And I'm going to tell you this.
For him.
You know, not as somebody who I don't want to get into anything more. As somebody who really cares about it. So, like, Kate, there's not a chance in hell
Probably not. You're probably right. You're probably
you would
right.
ever get even close to 55,000. And like as a newcomer, it will never happen.
As a cucumber.
And does not have that kind of power. In fact, he doesn't have really that much power when it comes to that shit. He's
What
not
does he
Howard
know?
Stern. So when you were telling me that, I'm like, Kate, focus. The thing that like not irritated me, so don't take it the wrong way. The thing that I was like, Kate, like you went from like you wanted a law degree and then suddenly you're thinking about working for $55,000. Yeah, I was like, what? Dude, they're not gonna. Associate producer, like I told you last night, is a notch above a fucking intern. I mean,
It's a notch above an intern, he said. Go ahead, sorry.
You know, they give that credit out, like, to fucking the guy that, you know, delivers hot dogs to the show. I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a nothing job.
Yeah. An associate producer is an intern. It's a glorified intern. And then you say, well, you're gonna, you know, produce Jim and Sam's show. No, you're not. That's bullshit. If Greg told you, that's bullshit.
Well, no, associate, not a produce.
Yeah, and do you think their producer makes fucking 55,000? I doubt it.
No, how much do you think their producer makes?
Brilliant.
35,000 at best.
Really? Yeah, probably. There's not much money in radio, right?
No.
Wow. She's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Not like in substitute teaching.
Oh shit! Yeah, and nobody gets attached to you like they do in substitute teaching. In
That
radio.
is a scumbag. That's an abusive guy
Yes.
right there. It's that narcissism, but it's also intertwined with a very abusive, keep her down, don't let her have any hope. It's really repulsive, man. This guy is a dangerous piece of shit when women are involved.
It's every care. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Adam. Sorry.
It's pure evil. Ever since I've heard this was the thing that really shook me. It's nothing but I don't want you to succeed because it threatens me. And that is the same thing Opie does. Something happens to his friend or former partner. Instead of being like, shit, that could happen to me, he goes, we have to tear this down because it threatens me. There is no teacher, no school, no coach or artist that says what you do when opportunity knocks is you ignore it because it won't be worth it. You just hang back. And the fact that he's not encouraging her to take this opportunity is just... it's the worst we've ever seen of him.
You know what? He's saying that associate producer is glorified intern. Right. And for the Jim and Sam show, that would just be a glorified intern. Sam was an intern. he now is on the marquee. It's his show.
Yeah.
And he was an intern. And him going, because perish the thought, he leads her to believe that maybe by starting somewhere, you can, through talent and networking, actually work your way up to a successful position that makes more than $50,000 a year. But this fucker never, ever wants to see anybody even get to the first rung of a ladder of success.
You know, I've had Dino Badala, John Fugelsang, all these guys that have shows on
that don't talk to you.
I love Dean. I love Dean.
Yeah, I do too, but it's not a lot of money. That's why I was like, you know, like that's why I'm like, are you playing with me? Because like, if Greg told you that he's out his mind, there's no way. And you said 55,000, 75,000. I'm like, there's no way.
And why would Greg, who's her godfather, right? Why would he be blowing smoke up her ass?
Yeah, what's the motive for him to fuck over his goddaughter?
Yeah,
that John feels he needs to warn her about her godfather.
I think I can answer that. People like John, they believe and know deep in their heart that everyone is exactly like them. So he knows he's trying to fuck her and pull one over on her, and he's like, that buddy's not getting to it first. She's mine. I called it.
Wow.
He's
You're
coming
right.
very
Salt around
close to almost hinting at, I think he wants to fuck you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, earlier, he almost said something like that, and then you realize it's his fucking goddaughter, you pig. What he's saying is hilarious and despicable, and he's just a piece of shit. We haven't even touched on the slurring. He is completely fucking inebriated. He cannot speak. Well, just spit. You could see the spit falling out of his mouth.
When he first blew up on her about this, he was shit-faced that night as well. And she never texted me, was like nervous or scared about John. That night she was like,
yeah,
holy shit, he's mad. And I thought he found out she was recording. No, this is what he was mad about. Crazy. Go ahead, Frank.
But you gotta understand, like, I've been in this business for so long. I didn't want to laugh at you or, you know, because I love you that way. But I was like, no, that's not. That's why I'm like, that's why I said last time, I'm like, Kate, I mean, like, what do you, and it's okay if you want to pursue television or radio, I'll be your biggest supporter. I have, you know, offense, probably a lot more connections than Greg does. And I can help you.
You gotta bring it back a little bit. I want to hear that part again because I think he goes, I can help you. I think he says that at one point.
But you gotta help me.
Right. Right.
And it's okay if you want to pursue television or radio, I'll be your biggest supporter. I have, you know, offense, probably a lot more connections than Greg does. And I can help you if that's what you want to pursue. But I don't know. But you're young. You know, it takes time. But you got to, like, think about what you really want to do. Like, what's going to... Like, you got to ask yourself, like, what's going to make Kate happy besides being with me, you know? I mean...
That's it. Right.
What's going to make Kate happy? And then you got to think, like, well, is it, like... First of all, law, that's a tough thing. If you want to get
my.
that your life has gone on for 8 years. I mean, you are working your fucking ass off. Entertainment is good, but that's a longer struggle to make money. Doesn't?
No, I get it.
Holding back the laughter.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So when I come see you in New York, you and I are gonna have an eye to eye, and I'm gonna look you in your beautiful eyes.
Oh.
I'm gonna miss you because, I'll ask you right now. It's very simple, and I've asked a lot of people this, and I've asked Lisa Lampanelli this. You know her?
Yeah, she has the mouth of a truck driver.
Yes. But we were in Boston, and her week was finishing, and my week was beginning. And this is like a great, wonderful experience with me and Lisa. And I said, I said, Lisa, what if you close your eyes? What would you say you would want out of your career? And
then I stole her wallet.
I was gonna say, this sounds like a plan for John to steal beers out of her dressing room.
to headline big arenas and big places. That's my career aspiration. That's great. Which she's achieved, right?
She has.
And then she said, well, what is yours? And I closed my eyes and I said, I'd like to be a star of my own sitcom, which has not happened.
Really? Spoiler.
You know what? Here, I have an idea for a sitcom for you. That would be great. Wait, I'll let you finish.
Before you said it, do you understand the point?
No, I do understand the point.
So what I would ask you is,
I understand. I just don't care.
Kate, now I want you to close your eyes
Mm.
and get the thoughts of being with me out of your head. All those sexual thoughts out of your head. Now I want you to think, what do you like? I want you to just go outside of yourself for a second. You don't have to answer immediately. What
come back
do you think would be the ultimate job for Kate Meaney? And before you answer, it could be a bartender. It could be like a teacher. It could be anything. Now,
especially a bartender.
Search your soul, and if you can't answer it today, maybe tomorrow. But think about what you would think would be what would make you happy.
Capiche? I like how he asks us what he goes. I mean, it can be anything. We get how closing our eyes and fantasizing works, John. I know.
He thinks he's being so profound here. He thinks he's doing something that she's never, like in a movie.
Yeah.
You know, the love interest is doing something that the woman's like, my God, this man, I've never experienced someone so spiritual or so profound like this. He's an idiot doing some stupid fucking ploy to have sex with this girl.
She was trying to say that Rob's impression of him was anti-Semitic because, he wore, like a fake big nose and glasses, and that's anti-Semitic. And I was saying, so let me get straight. So when you were doing this whole Kate Leno thing and having her claiming she had a big chin, and so you were goofing on what you perceived as her body part that was, abnormal. But now you're gonna claim that what Rob did was anti-Semitic because he's goofing on your big nose. But you're okay with goofing on, by the way, the daughter of one of your friends.
Of his friends.
I also said, by the way, Shuli, I think Kate is beautiful, and I think her chin is fine. I think your nose is huge, and you're an asshole, and you're bald.
Ooh. Wow. He lit me up there at the end.
Yeah.
Why would
Roasted.
he bring it up? Like he's insulting her. He's bringing
is.
up something
Right.
that was said about her that I'm sure she's not happy with. You know, a girl will look in the mirror if someone says something about her for the rest of her fucking life. So why would he
Something
bring that up? And
said.
not even
Right.
acknowledging that it has nothing to do with someone saying a Jew nose or a big nose being Jewish, anti-Semitism. You're just bringing up an insult that people made about the girl you're trying to woo.
And the insult, the Kate Leno came from John saying her chin was big
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
had his falling out with her. We didn't start it. We just made it fun and campy. That's
Yeah.
all. Kate didn't mind it. At the beginning, she did, but then
A
she
wise
went
man once talked about crabs in a bucket pulling each other down. And it's a great metaphor. I just think he doesn't realize that he was the crab on the bottom, pulling
Sure.
them all down. He
It's
just wants-
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The minute he's in question, it's just reaching for whoever is closest. First name, last name. He was there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This track's called John Turns on the Charm.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying, like, your face has, if you put your face in, like, because they have these things, like the computer things that could tell
Crotch.
attractive or not. I've done it, and every time I do it, it says not attractive.
No, it doesn't. It says not attractive. You gotta be kidding. Did you put your face in it?
No, I haven't.
Pause it 1 second. Her reaction made him walk that back immediately. I
right.
feel like he's like, no, I never put my face in there.
Computer on the desk.
This is the biggest drunken mess.
Hit the like button and be like, yeah. Okay, fuck you, Doom. Goodbye. I'll do it like that show. Goodbye.
Shut up, Doom. Doom, cool it. For the love of God. Come on.
Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.